So, have you ever felt like you're fighting a losing battle with your own brain? Well, in this explainer on Peter Holland's Neuro Habits, we're going to dive into the science of why we do what we do. And, more importantly, how we can start making better choices, not just once, but consistently. You know that feeling, right? You're just going through the motions, maybe feeling a little sluggish or unmotivated. You feel like you're being run by these impulses and habits that you never really consciously chose. It's so easy to feel stuck, but I promise you, there is a clear, science-backed way to take the controls back. And hey, forget all that stuff about just thinking positive or using sheer willpower for a second. The real key to making a change lies in understanding the fundamental wiring of your brain, and then, and this is the cool part, using it to your advantage. You ready to look under the hood? Okay, let's dive in. First things first, we need to get a handle on the one core rule that governs almost every single decision you make, whether you even realize it or not. Now, this idea actually comes from the world of psychoanalysis, first talked about by Sigmund Freud, and it is beautifully simple. At our very core, we are driven by just two things: seeking pleasure and avoiding pain. That's it. This simple principle, it's the foundation for almost all of our behavior. But what's really fascinating here is the hidden dynamic. You see, while we're definitely drawn to pleasure, our instinct to avoid pain is often much, much stronger. It's an ancient survival mechanism. I mean, think about it. You'll drop that tasty snack in a heartbeat if you see a bus hurtling toward you, right? Avoiding harm always wins. And that powerful pain avoidance instinct, that's the very thing that keeps us stuck. Why don't we take on that new challenge? Well, we're avoiding the potential pain of failing. Why do we stay in a bad situation? Because we fear the pain of a fight or the pain of the unknown. This isn't a flaw in your character. It's just your brain's ancient survival software, trying to protect you from what it sees as a threat. So if our brains are hardwired to avoid pain, are we just doomed to stay stuck? No way. Absolutely not. Let's look at our very first tool for rewiring that brain of yours, the incredible power of your own imagination. Okay, check out this fascinating study. A researcher named Alan Richardson took a group of basketball players and split them up. Group 1 physically practiced shooting free throws every single day. Group 2, they did nothing at all. But Group 3, they never even touched a basketball. They only visualized themselves making perfect free throws over and over again. The results from this are just staggering. I mean, look at this. The group that physically practiced, they improved by 24%. Pretty good. But look at the visualization group. They improved by 23%. That's almost the exact same amount, and they did it without ever stepping on the court. Yeah, this is the mind-blowing part. Your brain actually struggles to tell the difference between a real memory and a vividly imagined one. When you do focused visualization, you are literally building and strengthening neural pathways, just as if you were doing the real thing. It's incredible. And you can use this like right now, whether you're getting ready for a big job interview or just trying to start a new exercise habit. Running through this 5-step mental rehearsal makes the real event feel familiar. And when it feels familiar, that reduces anxiety and totally primes you for success. All right, on to our second tool. And this one is a beautifully simple way to turn those good intentions into automatic habits. Let's see how it builds on what we just learned. This little trick is called if-then planning. And the reason it's so powerful is that it speaks the language of your brain. You're creating a direct, preloaded command that links a specific cue in your environment to a behavior you want to do. It completely takes the decision-making and the willpower out of the moment. So instead of vaguely hoping, I should drink more water today, you create a specific plan. Lunchtime arrives, that's the if, and boom, the action, the then, is already decided. You're not relying on willpower anymore. You're just following a pre-made script you already wrote for yourself. And listen to this, the data totally backs this up. Study after study has shown that people who use an if-then plan are 2 to 3 times more likely to follow through on their goals compared to people who don't. That is a massive difference for such a tiny change in your approach. Okay, so we've covered the brain's basic operating system and 2 really powerful tools to work with it. So, what's the one crucial point you should take away from all of this? The whole key is to just stop fighting against your brain's natural tendencies, like its desire to avoid pain and conserve energy. Instead, you can work with your brain's wiring by using smart, simple strategies, like visualization and if-then planning, to build the habits you actually want to have. So, what's it going to be? You don't have to overhaul your entire life overnight. Just pick one small, strategic action, maybe a simple if-then plan, or a 5-minute visualization practice. Whatever you choose, you can start the very real process of rewiring your brain for a better future, and you can start it right now.